Yesterday, Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence was announced. It was announced for March 16th, 2019. So I've done a little tail of the tape for both Mikey against Errol. Mikey was born December 15th, 1987, which makes him 30 years old. By the time March 16th comes around, he'll be 31. Errol Spence will be 29. He was born on March 3rd, 1990. He will also have a birthday. So when the fight takes place, Mikey will be 31, Errol Spence will be 29. Mikey has a record of 39-0 with 30 knockouts. He holds the belt at 135, the WBC belt at 135, and the IBF at 135, but I think he relinquished that 135 since he wasn't able to fight his mandatory Richard Comey. He's an orthodox fighter. He stands at 5 feet 6 inches. His reach is 68 inches. And his professional fights have been at 126, 130, 135, and 140. Errol Spence holds a record of 24-0 with 21 knockouts, and he currently holds the welterweight belt, the IBF belt, at 147. He's a southpaw from DeSoto, Texas. His height is 5 feet 9 inches. He has a reach of 72 inches, and all his professional fights have been at 147. Mikey Garcia is trained by his brother, Robert Garcia, his dad, Eduardo Garcia, and his nephew, Pita Garcia. Errol Spence his trainer is Derek James, who's his boxing trainer, but he has a strength and conditioning coach, which I follow on Instagram, but I thought it was something to the effect of Blue Blood or something like that, but I have to do a little bit more research and look him up on my Instagram because I know he has a strength and conditioning coach. Mikey's last fight was at the Staples Center in LA, July 28th, 2018, against Robert Easter. And the crowd in attendance was 12,560. He won the IBF belt from Robert Easter at 135. And the views on Showtime, I did the last two fights. The views on TV for Lipinets on Showtime were 618,000 and a peak at 689,000. And for the Easter fight, also on Showtime, he had viewership of 680,000 and had a peak of 725. Errol Spence's last fight was June 16th in 2018 at the Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, Texas, and the crowd in attendance was 12,604. I got to go back and research the viewership for his last few fights, Campo, and the fight before that, but he had phenomenal viewership on his fight against Leonard Bundu, a few years ago. And the fight was televised. It was on a free national channel, either NBC or CBS. And the fight came on after the Olympics, I believe, and the viewership was in the millions. So it was great exposure for Errol, and he knocked him out, got him out of there. So it was great exposure for Spence on such a huge platform on free TV. I've listed Mikey Garcia's last 9 opponents: Robert Easter, Sergey Lipinets, Adrian Broner, Dejan Slatichinin, Elio Rojas, Juan Carlos Burgos, Roman Martinez, Juan Manuel Lopez, and Orlando Salido. And then I've named Errol Spence's last 9 opponents: Carlos Ocampo, Lamont Peterson, Kell Brook, Leonard Bundu, Chris Algieri, Alejandro Barrera, Chris Van Heerden, Phil Greco, and Samuel Vargas. Also announced yesterday, Josesito Lopez, Riverside Rocky, will be fighting Keith Thurman, January 26th at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. It's promoted by TGB Promotions in association with DeBella Entertainment. It will be televised on Fox. So Josesito has a record of 36 wins, 7 losses, and 0 draws. 19 wins coming by knockout and 1 no contest. His box record shows 36-7-0, but in a video he said he had a no contest, and I don't know if the no contest goes into your record or not. So that's probably why it's not showing up on his 36-7-0. Keith Thurman is 28-0 with 22 knockouts, and has been plagued by injury since his fight against Danny Garcia and Sean Showtime Porter. So he's scheduled some fights to get back into the ring, but he's been plagued by injury, either by his shoulder or elbow. I'm not completely sure. So I just wanted to get this information out there. These fights were announced yesterday on Fox, and I'm going to do a more in detail um, breakdown and tell of the tape, but I just wanted to get this information out there. So thank you for watching and stay tuned, more videos coming.